punter Jack Fox to get this one started. And Monday Night Prime Time is underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. They go play fake with Jackson. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running with it. And he's going to be out of bounds after it looks like about a yard there. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the 1st down.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. Buys time, rolling right. Taking off with it again. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think all quarterbacks have been there before. You start scrambling, you're hoping for something to materialize, and nothing does. You just try to get back to the line, live to play another day, and more importantly, avoid a loss.
I'm push-ass D lineman moving, boy.
Extra man in the secondary for the Lions on his 3rd down. Air it out on 3rd.
Yeah.
Has him on the quick hitter.
Huh.
He's close, but they say he did
Going for that
not
fuck.
get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard.
It's 4th down.
They're going for this. Cox fishes lane. And he's touched as they pick up that 1st down on 4th.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
To the line and sets. Here we go. 1st down. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground.
Damn, niggas moving.
Downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
Holy shit.
Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Offense to the line, 2nd down. Play action, here's Jackson. Finds a seam down the middle. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He gets down inside the 35-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And that's going to be a Baltimore 1st. They've come out swinging to begin this contest as they've got it down to the 31. From the gun, a run for Henry.
Bruh.
And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Play action now with Jackson. Right side and into the hands of Bateman. And he gets this forward to the 19. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Flying down the middle with Henry. Bounce outside. He has a little bit there. About 3 yards. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Running once more with Henry. Breaks the tackle. And he stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be second down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up
Once more, here's Henry. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Ravens finish up an excellent opening series. Derrick Henry, the touchdown.
touchdown, Ravens.
Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Goff off the play action. Hauled in by Njoku left side. And they're going to force him out just before he can get to the 35. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Lions have a 1st down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to
Can't let that run game get going, boy. Hell no.
I know it from the position of the quarterback, Kate. Sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Shotgun snap here to go. Completed over the middle. Well, this certainly makes the 3rd down easier. Nearly avoided it altogether. Gain of 10 right up near that marker now.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He finds Pacheco out of the backfield. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And that is good for Detroit 1st down.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play-action pass to come.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Ravens flying to an early lead. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive. From the gun, Goff. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
180. Enough to Gibbs from the gun. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
180! Putting the tight end in motion. Out of the shotgun, gone. Oh, he's got it, it's in close. And he's in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions finish off their opening drive. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. And that opening series, you use this word a lot with me, Brock, methodical. No massive highlights, just effective play calling, steady progress until they cross that goal line.
Yep, and to fans and fantasy football owners, might not have been a highlight, but to the coaches, the entire drive was the highlight. A great start. I mean, great start to the game where their offense stayed consistent, operated the plan just how it was drawn up, and found the end zone as a result.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. Now Jackson off the play action. That's incomplete left side. He was looking for Mark Andrews. And now they face 2nd down. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah.
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. That one intended for Mark Andrews. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Report! Hey, report! Report! Shut up!
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Gets it downfield. On target to Flowers. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit.
DC ready?
1st and 10 for him now, following the penalty. They'll run here, following the penalty. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. Working quickly here.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Jackson looking to throw. Throw left side, complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Lamar off the play fake. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And he's going to be marked down a yard shy of that marker.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
This is Henry on 2nd. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You know what I love about that play call? It was simple. Nobody overthinking on the sideline or out on the field. Just an offense going to work and moving those chains.
Hold on, ready?
So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
180. Sit hard. 180. Sit hard.
Going to the ground again on throws. He started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. DJ Wanham gets there to haul him down.
36-yard line.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short game. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. Offense is set. 1st and 10. Another run for Henry. We'll get about 6 on this run, and more importantly, Brock gets him into the red zone.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
On 2nd down, here's Henry again. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get some late points and the lead. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Luke tacks on the extra point. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Off to the air now. And he is tagged right as he brings that one in, Brock, with a solid gain right up towards that midfield stripe.
13 yards on the way. That's good for the Lions. First down.
On 1st down, it's Goff. Underneath, it's Gibbs. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Finds him over the middle. And the stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Gibbs now from the gun. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. A timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their 3rd. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Throwing from the gun. He will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions earn the chance to tie before halftime. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. Boy, there was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he still found his man.
Yeah, you don't really recommend challenging double coverage in the end zone in this league, but when you give your receiver a chance in that spot, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust that your guys are better than the ones surrounding him, and he'll go make that play anyway.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. This one's to Andrews outright. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. They get 23 on that one. And that's good for a Ravens first down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Play fake, Jackson. The left side is nabbed by Bateman. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
Kid, I was on the field, the young high school quarterback, just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other, give him a chance to make a play.
Has him on the quick hitter. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Lamar throwing again. He's got it near the 8. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take the lead just before halftime. Here's Luke for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here. This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half.
Merlin, by 20.
Goff on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
10-yard loss on the play. It's 2nd down.
And they just get the play off. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. A give to Gibbs to start the 3rd. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. Hauled in by Njoku, left side. All right, They've short of the market for the moment, but they've got third and short coming up from their own 44. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Goff looking to throw. It's 3rd and 1. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
He's back to throw. Throw caught by his running back. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. They stun this defense. They pick up 14 on 4th, and they pick up the first down, too.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First down from the 42. Straight ahead with Gibbs. They're working a couple yards past the line. Brought down by Trey Hendrickson.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Goff. Hits his running back. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
Completed over the middle. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Just a yard left to go on second down.
180!
Up the gut they go with Gibbs. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down. But you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass and similar down in distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
Louis. 180!
Shotgun snap here to go. Finds Gibbs out of the backfield. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
1st and goal.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Now gone. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions cut into the lead coming out of halftime. David Njoku, the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Bates tacks out the extra point. And the Lions tie this game at 21. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. He fields this one, but is not going to return it from the end zone. So the ball going to be placed down at the 35-yard line. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10.
180!
Henry gets it here to start the drive. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Complete, Derrick Henry. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Give him 8 on that one. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
From the pistol, Henry. He hits the lane for 9 into enemy territory.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Less than a ruler needed here on second down. Lamar off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. Finds him on the crossing route. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it and throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
They go play fake with Jackson. Rolling out to his left. He's running with it. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
First down, here's Lamar. Escapes the pocket. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, then you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did. And, of course, it's thorough.
Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up. Third and long for him here. Pass pulled in by Henry. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Complete to Derrick Henry. A gain of 6 yards.
All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's all knotted up at 21, partner. Still plenty of scoring here as we try to decide our winner. Here's Tyler Loop in a high-pressure spot. It's a 33-yard look from the right hash. Kicked well, and this is good! And they take the lead in the fourth quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. First and 10. Drive begins with Gibbs. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Lions have a first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it could set the table for more.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield. To the air on first down. Here's Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up second down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Out of the shotgun, Goff. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is. Because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out in a hurry.
Looking to throw. That's complete to Slaw. And he's taken down at the 30. A gain of 15 there. And that is good for Detroit first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming, so managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and AT for attack, exactly what he just did.
Looking to throw, gone. Short pass brought in. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
7th play of the drive, offense facing 3rd and 3. He'll throw it. He finds Pacheco out of the backfield. And this nearly got there, but he hit the sideline just short. This is going to be 4th and about a yard to go.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Cracking for it, and it's good! And they've tied it up late in the 4th.
The prospect of overtime now, Kate's right on the horizon thanks to that field goal. His mindset, though, it's the same as all his teammates out there. We're about to take the field. Let's go get this ball back. Let's find a way to win this thing in regulation.
No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
At the 36-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Complete out to the right side. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
3rd and just 2 to go. Back to throw it. And that one hits the deck. No fear from that. Trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Well, tie game, and they want to be the ones to put this away. They're going for it. Looking to throw. Cox, this is Lane. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down and a drive. A lot of us thought it stalled out. He's going to carry on. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens with a little more work to do to win it here. So 1st down from the 41. The design run, Jackson keeping it. He's still going at the 30. And he hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's going to be a Baltimore 1st.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now a run with Henry. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down.
I know they say at any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
And give him 10 yards there. A lot of work done as they set up 3rd and very short.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Turning to Henry on 3rd. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a first and goal. Now the Lions calling a timeout. It's their first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this first and goal. They'll run here with Henry. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Detroit calls timeout. It's second. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Henry. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into third and goal.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you kind of set yourself up. Actually, you set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Now to throw. And they're going to do it, Brock. They break the tie in the final minute. It's a touchdown. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35.
It's going to be another good ending, huh?
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. First and 10. Setting up to pass. Could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked off by
Let's go, Rook. Fucking rookie, let's go.
Make the play that should win them this game.
GG's, playboy.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on first down. One drawn up here for Lamar. So it ends as a win for the Ravens. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.